It's 6 a.m. It is Thursday, the 10th, and I am back again at O'Hare. What I like to do before the flight is walk around all the terminals and get as many steps in as possible. Usually I can almost get 10,000 steps if I'm on it before the flight boards. So this is part of Terminal 3. This is the end of Terminal 3. I'll be walking all the terminals this morning, as I have been doing since I started this job. Quite familiar with Chicago O'Hare at this point. And it's kind of like mall walking. It's a indoor liminal space with lots of people and commerce, and unlike the mall, this is public. This is considered, I think, more public than obviously a mall. So anyway, we'll see how my trip to Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, and then I got to drive 2 hours into Virginia for my pickup. Will there be a mall walking this trip? I don't know, actually. It's a short trip. It's only 2 days instead of 3. And I don't know if I'm going to be in any close proximity to a mall. I might just take this week off. We'll see. You'll see, obviously. And if you're watching this video, you already know if there's one or not. You already know by the title. So anyway, reporting in from Chicago O'Hare. And sometimes I take time to say the words there because somebody's looking at me. And so I'll take a little pause. So this is the edge of the American terminal. I think United is 1 and 2, and American dominates Terminal 3. This would be the American. They've been putting me on American airline flights lately, which has been a bummer because I was getting close to gold on United. And when you get to that level, you get pushed up into the best seats, and I've even gotten upgraded to first class. So it pays to fly every week with the same airline. And for those that are still wondering, yes, I am still heartbroken. But not just heartbroken about her, heartbroken about everything. Heartbroken about dying to myself and the next step that's involved with the evolution here, which is total annihilation of the ego through Zazen. So I seek to deepen my meditation practice. I have sought out a teacher. Things are in motion because the only thing that matters at this point is realization of the self. And I've had glimpses of it in the past through floating, meditation, psychedelics. I don't even know if psychedelics is true. Sometimes I think psychedelics is an illusion within the illusion. So you're trapping yourself even further. Maybe. But it does give you a glimpse of something definitely unordinary, out of your normal state of consciousness, which pushes you to pursue it further. So that's where I'm at right now. And I often have the thought, if you could have her back, or everything would be good, everything would be great, or you can have self-realization, you can have the highest level of enlightenment. What would you choose? I struggle with that question tremendously. I think about it all the time. But I think through self-realization, then either those things won't matter, or I'll be able to take them on, obviously at a much greater level, be my true, authentic, full self, which I strive to be all the time in terms of who I present myself as a personality. But in terms of being self-realized fully, far, far from it. So that's really the only goal, and that's what I can see, and why I can see why the universe has decided to single me out and isolate me. Excuse me. See, I try to stop right there, and the woman's right behind me, wanting to stop in the same place. So I'm gonna start my walk again. Okay, here we go. But self-realization at this point is the only thing that matters by a long shot. If she comes back as a consequence of doing the work, that's great. And if not, that's great too. I accept my karma. I accept my point here in space and time, where the universe has so perfectly put me. I'm trying to dissolve the world of opposites and self-realize at the highest level. So if it took a girl bringing me out here to the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin, I accept that. I accept the universe's perfect tool of self-actualization, self-realization to bring me to this space. This must be either a boarding line or a Starbucks line. So I boarded in an hour. Thought I'd get my steps in and give you a quick update, because I might just post this as an update. There might not be a mall walking, we'll see. You might not even see this at all. This just might go right into my personal, private video journal. There's quite a bit of content I film or halfway edit that never makes it to YouTube. I think it's probably almost 2 to 1. For every 2 videos I try to produce or record, or content that I try to create, maybe only half of that reaches YouTube. Now this is where my actual gate's gonna be today. Let's see if I'm right here. No, that's Lexington, Kentucky. Mine's after that. Or no, mine's L10. There's different L10s here. I'm going to Raleigh, North Carolina, Boston. Okay, that flight closed, so they must be getting ready for my next one here. So anyway, just a quick update as I walk through the Chicago airport. And I had all these airport walks on BitChute, but I decided to take those down because it's very polarizing content. And in trying to dissolve the opposites and see things just as is, not good or bad or black or white or anything like that, that stuff has to go. Like, I can't even, there's certain people, there's certain content that, most content I cannot listen to anymore. I either have to listen to classical music or like spiritual books on tape. So anyway, I'm gonna give you another update here as I move through the terminal. So yeah, I'm gonna take these next few months to really dig deep into the practice of sitting, watching the mind, and asking myself, what is mu? M-U, what is mu? What is one's true essence? What is one's true nature? There you go. Who am I? Why am I here? Deep-seated, fully realized self-actualization. So, we'll see. We'll see what these next 2 months have in store. It's gonna get crazy, I bet, as I continue to crack this egg. Like, literally, that's all I'm doing now. I'm gonna probably stop doing these videos because they're a hindrance to that realization. You know, that I'm doing this, editing videos, posting, interacting, when I could just be sitting and asking myself, what is mu? What is mu? Who am I? What am I? What is one's true nature? So we'll see what happens, and I'm gonna keep sharing it with you, one way or the other. I call this the Home Alone terminal here. I usually fly United, so I don't see this terminal, but I think this is the most beautiful concourse. I'm pretty sure this is where I mean, I know they filmed in O'Hare, but I'm pretty sure this is the area they filmed that part in. This is the Home Alone airport. And I don't need to go down there. Oh, excuse me. I just turned a dime on that lady and she said, Jesus. These people will ride right up your ass here, no problem. Who am I? Who is the I? Who, you know? It's hot in here too. That's one of the reasons it gets hard airport walking. Some of these parts of this airport are no air conditioning. And then with the weather changing and flying in and out of hot and cold places, it gets hard to bring appropriate clothing when you travel light. So I think I'm still right around gate 3 here. Yeah, terminal 3. All the beautiful planes there. All the people coming and going. All the stories being told. All the broken-hearted people like myself. All the people seeking enlightenment. All the people not seeking enlightenment. Everything is actually perfect. Nothing's good, nothing's bad. It just is. And because there's no way to intellectualize your way to the self, at a certain point, all of these intellectual tools need to be dropped. That's the interesting part about seeking on this path, is at a certain point, all the intellectual tools, the books, the teachings, the koans, all that stuff, it just gets dropped out of not being necessary, unessential. And I'm still on that quest to eliminate the unessential. One of the ones obviously I've been struggling with is weed. But I think on this trip here, I will not smoke, and I will bring that not smoking energy back with me and then release it. Because the last time I said I was going to quit, I ended up buying like a half ounce of weed, and I've almost smoked it all. So I'm not gonna buy any more. That's the promise I've made. Not pick up any weed on the way home. Now this rotunda is interesting here. The all-gender toilet. You got all kinds of restaurants, a bar. That Great American Bagel Bakery is pretty good. But I just drink celery juice in the morning now and fast as long as possible. And not smoking definitely helps me. There's gate G. And this will take us to terminals 1, 2, and 5. So yeah, you can pretty much access all the terminals once you get through security. I can walk all the way to 1 or 5. As we enter into Terminal 2 here, we can exit that way. Oh, there's the AC again. Ah, it feels good. Quiet over here in Terminal 2. But this might be your mall walking for the week. This might be your vlog, your video update. And I tell you, I'm still having lots of heartache. I've got everything done now with her final letter and a few gifts and some things she's forgotten. And then after that, I'm shutting down everything. Full Zazen mode. Full seeking, full surrender. It's time. Because if you truly understand what I've understood for years, I should have been deeper into the path a lot long ago. When you're offered not just one tool, but many tools to break the cycle of life and death, and you don't take them, The Buddha says, rare is it for those that hear about enlightenment, even rare are those that pursue it, and even rarer than that are those that, achieve it. So I've had that first invitation, realizing that it's an offering that is free for the taking any time. I'm pursuing it, so that's rare. So will I attain it? Will I attain self-realization? That's the only thing at this point. And that's the only thing I can think of in terms of why I've been put in this area, in this direction. That's the only thing I know to be true at this point, which is to keep asking, what is Mu? Who am I? What is the nature of reality? What am I? Now again, I've had, through experience, Mu, the oneness, the separation and the dissolving of the opposites. I've been in that space a few times. I have not been able to hold it though. And I have become distracted or through injury brought back deep into the body and back into almost a forgetfulness. You can attain the highest heights and still drop the ball. And that's through my own experience, and then also reading about other people who walk this path, that you can drop in consciousness even once it's attained. So I'm gonna let that woman walk ahead of me a little bit. I hate when I'm like just trailing somebody. So this might be your mall walk, which is Chicago O'Hare International Airport, and floats seeking of the Dharma. Over here you got an airplane. Butch O'Hare. That's who the airport's named after. There's planes in here. But anyway, I gotta pay attention to the time. I can't wander too far. It's a big terminal, and it takes probably a good half hour just to go across it, let alone go into all the different little side gates and stuff like that. So we'll head over into Terminal 1. Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 are basically united. I'm usually in Terminal 1. And this is I like O'Hare's architecture. I like the look, the aesthetic. So to be in this airport almost every week, it's not the worst fate in the world. There's endless distractions in this airport. I could have a Guinness. I could have a massage. And by the way, I've healed all my gut issues. I wish that was us. That could be us, but you playing. So there are worse fates than Chicago O'Hare. The Boise airport is a nightmare to me now. I told him, I said, don't send me to Boise anymore. It's going to take a while before I want to see that place again. It's not fun to visit the places you were traumatized. And I get it, a breakup isn't that bad, but BB King. They got some cool benches here. Also, it's nice to go to the airport to see lots of new faces. I'm trying to drop ugly versus beautiful, fat versus skinny. I'm just trying to see as is. Trying to drop all filters of discrimination. Need to put my cannabis in there. So here we are. I think this is, Terminal 1. And then you can take the little rainbow bridge underneath to the other terminals for Terminal 1. And let's see, where's the dinosaur at? There's the dinosaur down there. We'll go see the dinosaur and then we'll call it a day. I usually get here a little earlier and I have like 2 hours to walk around. Today I only have like an hour, which is fine. I had to wake up at 4 to get ready and drive an hour and a half and then park. And sometimes you don't get lucky here with the different parking lots. I got lucky again. Then I take a 15-minute train ride into the terminal. Security was bad today. Terminal 3 does not have clear. I have clear, but I do not have TSA pre-check. So, and a lot of these people I've seen over and over and over again. A lot of these TSA people or airport. There's a handful of people I can almost reliably predict where they're going to be and where they're working. I'm such a regular here. I've been a regular in O'Hare for like since October. But yeah, I get to see lots of new faces here. I'm not gonna lie, the people of the city I'm currently living are not a visual treat. You never have something you want to look at twice, men or women. There are no Greek sculptures, Roman sculptures, picturesque people. That's where I'm trying to get physically. Just like the statue of David. I was talking to my friend the other day, and she was telling me about her guy, and her guy apparently has a small wee-wee. And she's like, well, that's how it is on all the classical statues. They all have small wee-wees. I go, no, they don't. I go, they just don't have erections. David isn't standing there with an erection. So there's the dinosaur. You're in the middle of gate. You're in the middle of Terminal 1 when you see the dinosaur. And then down there is the Rainbow Bridge. So anyway, I'm gonna go take care of what I need to take care of. If anything interesting comes up, I'll let you know. Otherwise, that's it. And I advise you to do the same. Eliminate the unessential and keep asking yourself, if you don't already know, who am I? What is Mu? Read the 3 Pillars of Zen. It's definitely worth your time if you're a serious spiritual seeker. But anyway, signing out from Chicago O'Hare, it's your boy, Float, taking in all the sights and sounds here another day at Chicago O'Hare Airport. You are enlightened. I often think at my age why I never had kids. Why I wander through job after job. And it's just my karma. Maybe I will reach full enlightenment in this life. Maybe not. Maybe the next. But I realize the life of a householder, although can be achieved, is actually an impediment to Tao, which is why I don't think I'm, extremely rich, even though I could be many times over for many things I've done or passed on. I think also being rich in a way is an impediment to Tao, is a distraction. I've been blessed to be removed of a lot of distraction and a lot of responsibility, and given the gift of knowing about the Dharma, about enlightenment, about multiple tools to achieve it. And I've chosen Zen as my vehicle of choice to achieve what left I have to do. So again, I've already reached out. I'm seeking. When the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. But this is the path I'm on. Total devotion to self-realization at all costs. And maybe the cost was that relationship. Although a lot of the cause of that was me not loving myself. So there are still human lessons to learn here. And I think when I achieve that one also, the rest of the pieces will fall into place. So I am seeking the truth through letting go, releasing the unessential, and seeing where the currents of reality place my being in relation to its karmic propensities. So I had a karmic propensity that manifested that last relationship. Buddy, I'm running to my plane. So that's where I'm at. That's the goal. Whether she comes back or not doesn't matter at this point. I trust the perfect will of the universe. And if we end up together, all the better. If not, also an acceptable outcome. So let's see, I'm gonna push further here, find a seat with a power cord, and get ready to head over to Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't think I've been to this airport. The only time I went to North Carolina on this job is Charlotte. And you can see those mall walkings. I did 3 mall walkings in the Charlotte area. I'll let some of these people pass. But here I am on another adventure, closer and closer to self-realization. Do you have what it takes? Are you willing to die to yourself? Even Jesus says that. You must be willing to die to yourself. Transcending the ego, non-duality. That's the trip I'm on now. Where will it take me? Where will these videos in the beginning go? Who knows? I'm excited. I never thought I'd have those eclipse videos. I never thought I'd have a lot of the opportunities I'm currently enjoying. And again, as much as I miss her, freedom's nice too. But again, I struggle with the thought that, but I keep having the same thought over and over again. If I can only have one thing, a healthy, happy relationship with her that lasts a lifetime, or total self-realization, highest level of enlightenment, what's it gonna be? And honestly, I'd go another life or two to be with her. That's what I've come to, if I'm being honest. As enticing as the bliss of self-actualization sounds, I feel like my karma's not done with her. There's a draw still on, and I don't know why, but I honor that. I honor that feeling. So that might be the stupidest thing I've ever said, which is I would prefer a limited human relationship over infinite consciousness, right? Infinite awareness. But that's where I'm at. I would trade it all. I know that sounds terrible. Maybe I'm not healing. Maybe that is the healing. But in the meantime, I can't force her hand, obviously. I can't make her come back. She has to choose that on her own. So like I said, I'm assuming it's going to be over, and I'm going to work going forward like it is over, with the hope in the back of my mind that she'll return. But if not, just sit in zazen and keep asking, what is Mu, until I crack that egg. So I'm almost in my little gate here. I got the hiccups now. It's not worth talking. Thanks for joining me on this airport walk. You are enlightened. Decided to get a window seat for this flight. I don't know why. I just said, you know what? Let's try window this time. It's only 2 people to a row, so it shouldn't be too bad. Well, JCPenney Crate and Barrel. Looks like a pretty good mall. Looks pretty decent. We'll see how it goes as the Penske truck pulls up to another mall walking. It looks like I found the main entrance right out of the gate here. So we're gonna park over here. Maybe we'll cruise around the mall after I am done. All right, Raleigh, North Carolina. Thursday, April 11th, Raleigh, North Carolina. No, I'm sorry, let me do it again. Thursday, April 11th, 2024, here in Durham at the Southpoint Mall. An unexpected mall walking. I had no plans to mall walk, so again, no research has been done on this mall. I have no idea what I'm getting into, and I'm just gonna wing it. Join me, shall you? All right, here we are at the entrance. The streets at Southpoint, that's the actual name, the streets at Southpoint, here at the Southpoint Mall. Too many people around me. All right, I'm doing this without any security checks, just straight in. We'll see if anybody gives me any static. I don't think so, but we'll find out. Nice mall, nice flooring, smells good, nice vibe. Security there at Macy's is pretty intense there. Don't steal. Looks pretty dead here on a Thursday morning. This is a nice mall, but there are so few people. There are so few people that I stick out like a sore thumb. Pretty big. Outdoor, lower level, upper level. Pretty nice. And it does have kind of like a city street feel to it. I like it. This is an interesting mall here. It's an interesting layout. Sorry, no pets permitted. Yeah, this is nice. Calm, clean. One of the better North Carolina malls. You guys saw the trilogy last time. And if you haven't seen it, you can go look at the 3 different malls. But it's nice. It's nice in here. There's just so few people, I just stick right out. And everybody's looking at me like I have 2 heads. All right, we've reached Main Street here. Beautiful mall. I like the layout. I like the city feel, the street feel. I like it. I'd come here. Let's see, who knows where I should go. I feel like I should go up right now. This is probably where the food court is. It's nice. A nice chill mall with nice stores. Nice stores and a nice vibe here. Duke Medicine, here for your family since 1931. So this is the food court and the statue of a girl with a dog. A lot of old people here. All right, we got Popeyes, Payway, Taco Bell, Subway, Asian food, Philly steaks, and Chick-fil-A. This is a nice food court. You've got your mix of blacks and whites, lots of old people, a couple handicapped people. This is a big mall. Very spacey. I never thought I'd be able to go to this many malls. I never thought that when I started doing these mall walking videos that I would actually have the opportunity to walk around in these malls. And at this point of surrender, I don't know how much more I want to do this. That's kind of where I'm at, which is as I surrender everything, this will have to be surrendered at some point. I call it the final gate of where I'm at. Like if I turn around, it's basically repeating patterns. I can't turn around. I have to go through the door. That final gate, the gateless gate is what they call it. And so I intend to start sitting, and that's it. Sitting zazen, to realize what I really am, who I really am. True, lasting self-actualization. Not just spurts in the float tank, not just acid trips, which I don't even know if an acid trip at this point would be considered an actual non-dual reality, although it has given me glimpses of oneness. That's a definite takeaway from acid, is it definitely shows the nature of reality as one giant connected energetic field. And like I said, in meditation I have had glimpses, I have dissolved the opposites, but it hasn't lasted. And part of that was, I think, a car accident. So at this point, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to finish the videos I have pre-recorded that were taken during our relationship. But aside from that, I'm going to add these ones that are basically my vlog now. Just trying to keep the camera out of people's faces. That way they're less likely to get agitated. Well, here's that Klarna again. But this time it's not like the breakup ad that I saw everywhere the week of the breakup. But I'm doing better. And honestly, I don't want any other woman besides her. So if that doesn't actualize as a reality, I don't care. In terms of like neediness or seeking someone else, I have absolutely no care to date, to start something new, to meet a new person. I have no desire whatsoever at all for a relationship, for sex, for love, to someone to tell me they love me. I don't need that. I'm good. That's where I thought I was last time with the last relationship, was I don't need you, I just want you. I want you in my life, but I don't need you. And that's how I feel about her still, or anybody. I could be perfectly okay alone. That would contribute to my sitting and my zazen. And so what I'm doing now is I'm getting into yoga so I can actually sit in real lotus, because I want to do it the real way. I don't want to just sit in a chair or half-ass it. I want to split apart mu. I want to know mu. I want to realize my true nature. And this is it. That's why I call it the final gate for me. There is no going back to my old reality. This is a great mall. This is a great mall. If you're ever in the Durham, North Carolina area, definitely you could chill out here. But yeah, I'm not seeking anything but the truth about the nature of reality. I have no interest in anything anymore except for that. I don't have any interest in blogging, podcasting, listening to other podcasts, TV, movies. The world of 10,000 things I have completely and utterly lost desire for. So we'll see where this journey goes. And like I said, the only woman I'd be interested in at this point is her. That's it. Who knows if that'll ever come back, or it could ever be the same or resurrected, or maybe if I do realize the ultimate nature of reality, she'll come back, or it'll be, again, a non-issue. It won't matter. Live your life. Be free. So that's why you don't see me engaging with the negative, at least the perceived negativity of engaging in racial humor, politics, stuff like that. It gets a laugh, but I have no taste for it now. And I'm not because I don't want to offend people. I could care less about that. I just find it not in alignment with where I'm energetically at. Hold on. Certain people just give me the weirdest look, so I put the camera down. So far, so good. It's a pretty chill mall. Everybody's minding their own business. Everybody's just here suffering through samsara in the capitalist cathedral known as the mall. This is great. Look at that, they even got the security guard uniform on display over there. Very interesting. Nice mall. North Carolina gets it done very well. Yeah, you got some nice stores here. This is not a riff-raff mall. This is a functioning, I don't think I've seen one empty storefront since I've walked through here. So this is definitely not even remotely close to being a dead mall. Okay, I stopped and started the video because I just want the files to be smaller when I'm transferring, and letting this thing run for an hour creates a pretty big file, and God forbid something happens to it, you know. So there we go. I still gotta hit parts of the bottom, and I might eat here, I might not. I might save that for, I've got a 2-hour drive into Virginia, and I'm assuming there's gonna be a mall there. So we'll do that too. I only have today because my pickup is only 2 days. Usually it's 3 days. So tomorrow I'll be doing the pickup and then flying right out. I won't have time for anything tomorrow but the job. And so yeah, this is why I'm making it a point to get some good mall walking in now. I got a lot of steps in at the airport, but I didn't quite get what I needed. So a good mix of people here though. These malls ultimately, like the airports, are representative of the people. And that's why I've just, you know what, I'm not a fan of multiculturalism, but it is what it is. And I've come to accept that about America. I'm not gonna fight it. We all are here on this special place called the United States of America to play out our karma at the highest level with all different groups of people. It's easy to play out your karma when it's everybody looking the same. But I think there's a level of difficulty here. Like the real mastery is living in the world with the Enlightenment. Think about it like this. Like let's say an enlightened person is a tree that's fruiting, and the enlightened person just goes and sits in a cave with their enlightenment and just meditates, and it becomes a monk. It doesn't really contribute to the material world, and from their perspective it's all an illusion anyway. There's no one to save and it's all one. But the true mastery, like now imagine that tree that's like fruiting in the middle of nowhere. The fruits just drop to the ground and nobody's there to enjoy the tree, to enjoy the shade, enjoy the fruit. Whereas a true master, in my opinion, walks between the worlds. You put that tree that's fruiting in the middle of the city, and then people can use it for shade, can take the fruits, you know. I think that's the ultimate level of enlightenment, is to have achieved it and then to bring that boon into the world. I think that's the ultimate expression, is to have your cake and eat it too. To walk between the worlds, to be in the world but not of the world. So that's what I think is going to happen. And I think my expression, if I do go through the gateless gate and achieve satisfactory levels of enlightenment is that my mission at this point is humor. And so I'm assuming that when I have the breakthrough and things shift, that I will be back online doing my stuff, but the way I've always should have done it, from that enlightened space of being. So, looks like there might have been something over there. This probably was a Sears. Probably the only thing here that has been abandoned. But yeah, so far so good. Nobody's giving me any real problems. I feel safe here at night. This is one of the standards. Is, do I feel safe here at night? Would I come here at night? Yeah, I'd come here. I feel safe. Now, on the old mall walking videos, we'd be going in there and looking for something to bring home to the girlfriend. I hope she does well. If she never comes back, if I never see her again, I wish her the best. I truly do. I hope. But part of me thinks that our karma is not finished. Because sometimes I will have a relationship, and it doesn't have to be romantic, but it'll just end on its own. It'll end peacefully. It'll end gracefully. Nobody suffers, really. It just kind of peters out on its own. But this ended so abruptly, in such a strange way, and especially in me, and in such a strange state of being. Well, like I said, a week before this breakup, I had a massive heart awakening. And so I think that there's an interconnected reality that, for me, says there's more karma left. There's something left. And that's what I'm trying to do at this point, like an Alcoholics Anonymous. I've been going back and apologizing to people for how I acted over the past few years in my unconsciousness. I had an ex reach out to me yesterday, and I basically did that. Not that I did anything really wrong, but I was honest about why things ended. Basically, I told her, I said, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I apologize because I am now the recipient of the same kind of karmic situation that I did to you. Oh, I didn't leave her abruptly, though. I sat her down, looked her in the face, took her out to dinner, and told her how it was. I was not a coward. That's the most manly thing you can do. That is the heroic way to do it, which is to sit the person down and tell them the truth straight to their face, which is what I wish my current ex would have done. She would have just sat me down and told me how it was and left that way. Not come in like a thief in the night, clear out the house of her stuff, and then never try to see me again. Now, she gave me that 2 days later. She gave me the opportunity to give her the rest of the stuff and to kind of have that conversation, but she wasn't really giving me much conversation. It was me kind of trying to pry answers out of her. So with the girl I was in contact with yesterday, like I said, I apologized. And again, I didn't do anything wrong. You break up with somebody, it hurts. But I wanted to let her know that I too am now feeling that weight of a breakup. I empathize. I know what you're going through, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do that. But ultimately, it was the right thing to do. But still, it hurts. And unlike my ex, I've left the line open. And I don't want to get back with anybody. It's just, I'm a human being. We had a friendship. We had lots of good times together, and I'm not going to act like I don't know you. I will give you the common courtesy of some answers or some closure. So yeah, I've been really doing the whole Alcoholics Anonymous thing of apologizing, going back and trying to make amends or acknowledge that, yes, I was acting unconsciously, or I'm sorry that I hurt you, or I'm sorry I couldn't be the person you wanted me to be. Like, I'm really trying to do things right. And I even told her, I said, look, I closed all the Float Universe stuff down. It's over. And she was happy about that. She said the podcast was good, but it needed to go. So that was a good sign from the universe that that decision was mirrored back to me in a positive way. But like I said, I'm trying to clear out as much karma as I can to help me get through this gateless gate, to kind of just drop and release as much as possible. And it's the right thing to do. And so that's why I'm happy with the way it ended with my current ex, which was I did all the right things. Yeah, I could have been a better boyfriend and treated myself better and kept my eyes more focused on the relationship than trying to keep the relationship alive. You know, that's part of what I did was I worked my ass off trying to provide and give her the life that she wanted, and I lost myself in that process. So this is a great mall. I've walked the whole thing now. I'm not going to do the outdoor mall. I never do the outdoor mall. That's not of interest to me. But this is the vlog now. I tell you how my life is going. I tell you how I'm approaching the spiritual process. We walk through them all. Maybe we see something synchronistic. Maybe we get kicked out. Who knows? I'm just documenting the reality as it unfolds with like literally as much honesty as possible. And a roll full of gravy, a pop of spring. They got everything you need here, folks. It's a nice mall. It's good for walking. It's got a little bit of a city feel. Almost feels like a cruise ship on the inside, a very big cruise ship. So I might grab, I'm probably gonna wait on the food actually. I'm gonna wait till the next mall since I gotta drive 2 hours. But yeah, we made it. I think we made it through the entire mall now. And I'm happy. It smells good in here. It smells like new clothes, new shoes. It smells like consumerism, capitalism. It smells like consumerism, smells like capitalism. It's a nice vibe in here. I would recommend this mall. Actually, I don't think I went this way here. Yeah, I didn't go this way. Let's check this out. The Tesla over here, whatever this is. And the mall security, that's what they wear, right? I haven't seen any of them, thankfully. Luckily, I haven't seen that color too much today. But this is kind of a luxury mall. Rolex. Tesla. You couldn't give it to me for free. I wouldn't want the burden. I wouldn't want the burden of maintenance. I wouldn't want the burden of trying to fuel it. I wouldn't want the burden of the insurance. Oh man, I'll tell you. One thing my ex really loved was macaroons. Macarons? I don't know how you say it. I never knew how to say it. But I'll tell you right now, if we were together, she'd be getting a box of these on the plane. I'd be taking them with me. I'd be boxing them up and I'd be sending them to her. She absolutely loved these things. It's like I had one ex and she was like, Kanye West will always remind me of you. No matter what, when I see Kanye West, I will always be reminded of you. And there's certain things, it's nice looking, but I wouldn't own it. But there's certain things that somebody brings into your life through their hobbies or the things they like, the things they enjoy. And she really liked macaroons. So every time I see one of those, I will always think of her. And there's certain things I see all the time. I think of a friend or an ex, like, oh yeah, that person liked that. That's why I envy people who haven't had too many relationships and get married. They don't have all these samskaras in their system. And it's not just about sex, it's about sharing space and time and energy with somebody, and they leave an imprint on your mind, body, and soul. That's why I discourage physical intimacy as much as possible until you're really convinced, oh, she would love that. Love that, she would love that. All these things that she loves. But it's okay. We are headed for the gateless gate of enlightenment. And weed is actually finally going. I know I've said this 10 million times, But the weed is finally going when I get back. Meaning it's gone now. I'm gonna have 2 days off smoking here, and that'll be a nice launch into being sober at home. I applaud people that raw dog reality, that do it without any substances or any help. Forever 21. All right, we made it through the mall. We walked this mall. We saw every corner, except for that over there, the kids' corner and the closed Sears and Macy's. Cool mall. Oh, there's another thing I've been thinking of. I gave my ex a giant one of those. But that's it, folks. That's it for this mall. And there's another thing. Smiley faces remind me of my dad. I've been seeing those like crazy, especially since he passed. That was his sign from beyond that he's always with me. Wine bar? Oh no, that's the nail bar with a wine glass. I guess they can give you some wine while they cut your nails. And here's the way we came in. So, hope you enjoyed the update. This is a nice mall with all the modern amenities. Nice area. Low crime. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another one, another notch on the belt there. And there's my Penske way down there. Yeah. Southpoint Mall. The streets of Southpoint. Yep, it's just a phase. I attract a lot of personalized plates. And then some of it's just being a schizo and interpreting things that aren't probably there. But yeah, it's a little bit of rain happening right here. Nice mall. I wish I had more time to spend here, but I don't. I've got other things to do. Maybe one more mall if we're lucky. But I also encourage you, like I said, to keep dropping the non-essential as it's realized, to work on stilling your mind. And if you're interested in enlightenment and you've heard it, you should go for it. It's the ultimate. That's what they say. And another thing is, once you experience it, one way or the other, near-death experience, psychedelics, pure meditation, once you experience it, there's nothing that can replace the feeling. There's no other thing that's worth it. You go for it because it's the only thing worth going for. You realize how empty and pointless everything is. And I've known this for a while, and for a while I was practicing it. I was seeking that final door. But I guess it took one more relationship, one more evisceration. And here's something. How dirty is this? Is it gross and wet? Look at that. What is that, an ice cream cone? I don't know, I'm gonna put it in the car. I probably won't take it home with me. It looks like ice cream, but with a cherry on top. I don't know what this is. But apparently, I manifested it. So let me sign off. So yeah, a cloudy but cool day. Feels nice here in Durham at the Southpoint Mall. A nice mall. Thank you, security, for being cool. I did not see one security guard. However, I did see the security driving around the parking lot quite a bit. So we'll see it the next time on the next mall walking. Look at that, the green is back. It doesn't look like that in Wisconsin yet, but it will soon. So anyway, signing off here in Durham. God bless, love you very much. You are enlightened, and we'll see you next time.
ఇచ్చే మత్తు సూదులు మాయా గివన్నీ చూసి బిస్కెట్ తిన్నావా తమ్ముడు నీ జిందగీ మొత్తం మాయా 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 పోరి మాయా రే ఓ మాయా మాయా పోరి లా స్టోరీ మాయా రే ఓ మాయా 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 కాఫీ షాపుల్లో డేటింగ్ మాయా వాట్సాప్ చాటింగ్ లో ముద్దులు మాయా ఇచ్చి ఇవ్వనట్టి హక్కులు మాయా ఇవన్నీ ఇవాళ రేపు కామన్ రాయ్యా ఇదంతా ప్రేమ అనుకుని ఫిక్స్ అయినావో పోతా పడతా రోయ్ బుల్బుల్ మియా చెప్పినా వినకుండా ఉరికినావో నీకోసం ఫుల్ బాటిల్ వెయిటింగ్ రా బావా స్వాతి మాయా శ్వేత మాయా జ్యోతి మాయా ప్రీతి మాయా బ్యూటీ మాయా స్వీటీ మాయా ఆఖరికి విజ్జు కూడా మాయా 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 పోరి మాయా రే ఓ మాయా మాయా పోరి లా స్టోరీ మాయా రే
Laying here, taking in the sun, the peace and quiet. Laying here on the back of the truck feels good. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Anyway, thanks for joining me on another episode of Mall Walking. Next week, unless something changes, I will be in Vegas and we'll see what happens then. So thanks for following and commenting. I appreciate it. The comments really help. So comment, comment, comment. You are enlightened. All right, I dropped the Penske off. Now it's time to take the Uber to the airport. All right, here comes the Uber. How you doing?
Good, Matthew. What's up?
Fantastic. Headed to the airport. Wherever you see fit.
Yeah, I got you.
Make it easy on yourself.
I'm gonna get you out of the get runned over zone. How about that?
All right.
All right, man. Have a good trip
You
back. Have a
too.
good weekend.
Yeah, God bless.
Take care.
You too. All right. We have arrived at the Raleigh-Durham Airport. Time to go home. It's a nice airport. We'll explore it. Got a 4-hour layover, so might as well just relax into it. Place is playing all fucking sad songs. I don't know why I can sit here and drink a beer and get sad. We'll see how it goes. Now that is a big cerveza right there. Boots up. Depressed up. Here's what I'm reading in the meantime. If I can't achieve enlightenment, in the meantime, I will learn how to manipulate the reality I'm in. And this is a reality transurfing book. Anyway, thanks for watching. We're getting better out here. And I'm about to send off that last letter to her. I probably shouldn't, but I have so many gifts to give and things that she left. I just want to be done with it. So I think after the next week or two, I will be in much better shape, knowing that I've finally released the last of it. I've been holding off. You know, I took some psychedelics not too long ago, and it told me to wait until a certain time to send the package. So I listened to that inner knowing. So anyway, signing off from here in Raleigh, Durham. As always, you're enlightened. That's it. Back in Chicago. Thanks again for joining another episode of Mall Walking.
Wait a minute, this love started off so tender, so sweet. But now she got me smoking out the window. Must have spent 35, 45,000 up in Tiffany's. Oh no! Got a badass kids running around my whole crib like it's Chuck E. Cheese. Whoa, whoa! Put me in the jam with an X-Man in the UFC. Can't believe it. I'm in disbelief. This got me paying a rent, paying for trips, diamonds on the neck, diamonds on the wrist, and here I am all alone, all alone. I'm so cold, I'm so cold. You got me out here, smoking out the window, smoking out the window, singing, how could she do this to me? How could she do this to me? Oh, I thought that girl belonged to only me, but I was wrong, 'cause she belonged to everybody. Ooh. Just the other night, she was gripping on me tight, screaming Hercules. Got me in the club looking for a new love, someone help me please. Baby, why you doing this? Why you doing this to me, girl? Not to be dramatic, but I wanna die. This got me paying no rent, paying for trips, diamonds on her neck, diamonds on her wrist, and here I am all alone, all alone. I'm so cold, I'm so cold.